Yeah, what's good? It's your boy Dre back with another episode of Talking to Myself. Now we're going to start off with Israel admits airstrike on ambulance near hospital that witnesses say killed and wounded dozens. So Israel has claimed responsibility for an attack on an ambulance outside of Gaza City's Al Sharifa Hospital. Now it's the largest medical facility in the enclave, which witnesses say killed and wounded dozens of people. At least 15 people were killed and 50 wounded. The Hamas-run health authorities said Friday. Now, footage from the scene showed at least a dozen bloodied casualties strewn across the ground near an ambulance. There appears to be some shrapnel damage to at least one of the cars at the scene. So Israel said it had targeted the ambulance because it was being used by Hamas, according to a statement from the Israel Defense Forces (IDF). An IDF aircraft struck an ambulance that was identified by forces as being used by Hamas terrorist cell in close proximity to position in the battle zone, it wrote. A number of Hamas terrorist operatives were killed in the strike. We have information which demonstrates that Hamas' method of operation is to transfer terror operatives and weapons in ambulances, the statement said. The spokesperson for the Palestinian Ministry of Health in Gaza, who was at Al Sharifa Hospital, said that Israel was responsible for the attack. The Palestine Red Crescent Society, PRCS, said that one of its ambulances was in the convoy, but none of its team members were injured in the strike. The ambulance was damaged when a shell fell near it, the PCRS said. Upon arrival at the Al Sharifa Hospital's gates, the gate was targeted again, PRCS said, adding to the separate Ministry of Health, adding that the separate Ministry of Health ambulance was then hit directly, and dozens of civilians in the area were injured and killed. So, Dr. Ashraf Al-Qaidra, I'm sorry if I pronounced his name wrong, said the authorities said the organized medical convoy from the hospital had informed the International Committee of the Red Cross, the ICRC, about the move. Now, he said the convoy was traveling to the Rafah crossing. Now, the border in the south besieged enclave has been seen as the last hope for Gazans to escape Israel's bombs raining down on the strip. So, yeah, man, this is another, I guess, like string of casualties that's going on in this war between Israel and Palestine for like the longest. Now, as far as I can remember, this war has been going. I'm 43 years old, so I'm pretty sure this war has been going on for as long as I've been alive. Now, I can always remember being in like middle school and watching the news with my mom or my grandmom late at night, and just seeing when they're reporting over in Israel. You're young and you don't really know what's going on, and Israel is being painted as the victims or whatever, and you see cats throwing rocks at tanks and stuff like that, and it's just like, like why would they do that? And then as you grow up older, and you realize like why the Palestinians have been fighting Israel for so long. It's just like, you just at some point you get tired of being oppressed, and America keeps financially backing Israel just because they want to be able to have eyes on the Middle East. So it makes sense that, I guess, like, you will back the winning side and pretty much like give them weapons, give them money, and just so you can keep eyes on like Iran, Saudi Arabia, and any other country that you think is a threat over in the Middle East. So that's why America really keeps backing them. Because if it was truly like a human rights issue, then pretty much like Palestine would be able to, get their independence and have Israel back the fuck up. But we all see what this is. It's like finally people are starting to wake up and they're finally starting to see, damn, Palestine is really getting shitted on right now. And I'm just like, yeah, I've been seeing this shit. Like motherfuckers are screaming like peace in the Middle East, like back in like 90 something, when I was like a youngin'. So I'm glad to see, finally people have waken up and seen like the bullshit that's going on over in the Gaza Strip in Israel. But it's just a shame because like so many people had to die, before people actually seen like what was going on over there. So, I don't think there'll be any type of solution, anytime soon. But hopefully I know it's not going to be within my lifetime, but hopefully eventually Palestine will be able to get their freedom and everybody will just be able to, it's a long line of beef. So many deaths that's been over there. So I don't think like this shit will ever cease, but I just hope Palestine eventually gets their freedom and America just finally wakes up. But as taxpayers and voters, we have the power to let our politicians know that we're not okay with our tax money being funded, for the Israelis to pretty much like have a genocide on the Palestinians. Like it's wrong. And we all have to step up. We got to vote. We got to keep talking to our Congress people. We got to keep talking to our local politicians until they get the fucking message. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like it's a sad situation. And I pray one day that eventually, peace finally falls over that whole entire area. All right, so here is an interesting story that I seen the other day. So a Connecticut judge orders new mayoral primary after surveillance videos show possible ballot stuffing. So a judge on Wednesday, this story came out like November 1st, but was like November 3rd now. But a judge on Wednesday, so that's like last Wednesday, tossed out the results of a Democratic mayoral primary in Connecticut's largest city and ordered that a new one be held, citing surveillance videos showing people stuffing multiple absentee ballots in outdoor collection boxes. The ruling came just 6 days before the general election, creating a perplexing scenario in which voters will decide the outcome of Bridgeport's mayoral election on November 7th. Now, then asked to return to the polls at a later, then asked to return to the polls at a later undetermined date to choose the rightful Democratic nominee that in that very same race. So, in his ruling Wednesday, Superior Court Judge William Clark addressed the incongruity, I believe that's the word, by saying he lacked the authority to postpone or cancel the general election. However, he said he had seen enough evidence of malfeasance to actually order a rerun of the September 12th primary, in which incumbent Mayor Joe Ganim, I believe that's his name, defeated challenger John Gomes by 250 votes out of 8,173 cast. So the volume of ballots so mishandled in such that it calls the results of the primary election into serious doubt and leaves the court unable to determine the legitimate results of the primary, Clark wrote in his ruling. The judge cited statistics showing that abnormally large numbers of absentee ballots were cast in certain voting districts and video evidence showing multiple people shoving stacks of ballots into drop boxes in violation of state law. So the videos are shocking to the court and should be shocking to all the parties, Clark wrote. So the judge gave the lawyers in the case 10 days to confer which city and state election officials on possible date for the new primary. It's unclear whether city officials will appeal his decision in the meantime. So despite the judge's decision, the general election will take place as planned on Tuesday. Now, Gannon will appear as the Democratic nominee. Gomes is on the ballot, too, as an independent candidate. Lamont Daniels and Republican David Hurst are also running for mayor as well. So, yeah, this brings up, I guess, like the Republicans pretty much like, what they were saying, I guess, with the presidential election, that they were saying that people were stuffing ballots and still Democrats were like, still in elections. Joe Biden stole the election and all that. This actually gives, some ground, some traction to that theory. Now you gotta look at the, was this an isolated incident that happened, just in Connecticut? Is this happening all over the country, like in different cities, different towns? But damn, my man, who's the mayor again? Ganem is he really out here trying to get reelected as the mayor. He playing dirty. It's a dirty game. Politics is a dirty game, man. But yeah, I guess we're gonna see who's gonna win. I guess like the election on the 7th, and then they're gonna have, I guess, like another election at an unnamed, I guess like at a later named date. So that will, I guess, the election on the later named date will actually be the one to determine, I guess, the mayor of that city over in Connecticut. It's a weird ass process, but I just thought that was it was wild, especially like we're about to, have election day, I believe on the 7th in New Jersey as well. So, everybody's out here voting and stuff like that. I usually go to and do like the electric votes or whatever, like, go to the voting machine and shit like that and do that. So yeah, man, I don't know anything about the absentee ballots because I've never did a absentee ballot, but yeah, man, like it's a dirty game. Everybody out here cheating, and hopefully they actually come to a clear-cut winner in Connecticut. So we'll see how this shit happens, and we'll see how it turns out. So I just thought it was a wild ass story. So I just wanted to share it. All right. So Onlyfans has kind of been in the news and talked about on social media a little bit within the past month or so. So there was a cop that was recognized as an Onlyfans model by a subscriber she pulled over. Now she was facing a probe, and the dude said, "Saw you, your husband last night for $29.99. So shit is just funny as hell. All right, so the Minneapolis Police Department is investigating an officer for her side gig as an OnlyFans model after she pulled over a subscriber during a recent traffic stop. So the unidentified cop, who works in the city's 4th precinct, is being probed for any policy violations she may have committed running the adult content subscription service while working for the department. So the driver said it took him about 10 minutes to recognize the 35-year-old officer as someone that he's seen over the past 5 months have sex and post explicit photos online. So it says we're doing a little talking and checking, and I was like, man, she got an OnlyFans page. I'm on her OnlyFans page, the driver told Fox 9. And he said you got to go to the VIP and you get to see videos of her and her, I guess, husband having full sex, like doing full sex videos. So the department opened up an investigation into the account, which states that she is a free-spirited, overly optimistic creator of sexy content to please others, according to the screen grab from Fox 9. Now, we take any allegations of policy violations seriously, and the chief has ordered an investigation, the chief of police, Brian O'Hara, said in a statement. So the MPD's off-duty employment police policy prohibits officers from working in any business that is not compatible with police work, including any establishment that provides adult entertainment in the form of nude, semi-nude, or topless exhibitions. Well, I mean, by that definition, she done fucking violated all that shit, son. She out here showing the titties, the pussy. She out here getting fucked on camera by, I guess, her husband or whatever. But yeah, man. So it says if all we're talking about is nude pictures behind a paywall, the mayor has no issue. However, the chief will determine if there are any policy violations. A spokesman for Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey said. So the driver had a problem with the officer's authority after realizing who she was. So I guess like he was just like, yo, I saw you butt naked. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see you on camera getting smashed out. You know what I'm saying? Get your back blown out. So you can't arrest me. And in quotes, you can't arrest me no more. I've seen all your private parts. He told Fox News. Yo, this is fucking hilarious, dog. So he said, I wouldn't want her to be arresting me. I just saw you, like the quote I used earlier. I wouldn't want her arresting me. And I saw you and your husband last night for $29.99 have sex on OnlyFans. I just can't respect you or the precinct that you're working at. So I guess he just thinks that just because he's seen her butt ass naked, you know what I'm saying, getting smashed out, probably raw, since that's her husband. But yeah, I guess he was like, yo, I can't, you can't arrest me. I didn't see you butt ass naked. But I'm like, my man, that shit still don't make no fucking sense. Like, she still got the badge. She can still arrest your ass if it warrants for you to be arrested. You know what I'm saying? If the situation warrants you to be arrested, you could be, I mean, you still gotta get arrested, whether or not you seen a chick butt naked. You know what I'm saying? But like, now if it's like, you know, like a ticket violation or something like that, she could let you slide since you seen her butt ass naked, and you giving her $30 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can let me slide. I can see that shit. But if you doing some shit that warrants you to get arrested and you breaking the law, then yeah, nigga, you getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? So a Missouri high school teacher resigned from her position when administrators found out about her OnlyFans account. So St. Clair School District launched an investigation into English teacher Brianna Kopich, damn, they added her name, who was initially placed on leave after rumors of her account ran rapid throughout the school community. So damn. So I guess like even like students, teachers, administrators, like they all knew that you was butt naked. I bet you she was getting some sales too, because I know like some horny ass students probably like, you know what I'm saying, they were subscribing to the, you know, depending on if she looked good, like, yo, I want to see my teacher butt ass naked. You know what I mean? Shit, I probably would have did that shit if I was in high school right now. You know what I'm saying? We all fall victim to the horny sometimes. But so it says, I don't want to fight the school district. I'm just ready for peace. That's what Kopich said. She told the Messenger on Tuesday. I knew that nothing was ever going to be the same if I went back. So that was just the best option. So yeah, pretty much that is the best option because yeah, she's smart. You know, I would have fucking, yeah. Cause then, you know what I'm saying, you probably get like some creepy ass coworkers and shit, you know, and trying to fuck, you know what I'm saying? Yo, could I be in the video with you? I got a long dick too. So I don't know if they would be saying some shit like that, but shit wild though. Like OnlyFans is getting motherfuckers like fired or forcing motherfuckers to, you know what I'm saying, like be forcing them to like quit their jobs. But you know, see, that's the thing, you gotta weigh the positives with the negatives about doing OnlyFans, because that's the thing. Like once people find out your page, like you can keep it on the low for like a little bit, but if your shit starts to blow, then I mean, if your shit starts to blow at that point, you know, you making money and all that, you might make a couple thousand, or if your shit really blowing up, like on some Miss Be Nasty type shit, then yeah, you could walk away from your job and do that shit full time. But you can't sit here and just dibble and dabble and, you know, I guess go into the sex worker life and still like maintain like a regular life, especially if you ain't making no bread off of it. If you're not making no money, then it's not really worth it. Because you gotta think about it. There's like, since 2020, there's been mad people. There's been an influx of like mad chicks. I'm pretty sure dudes too or whatever, you know, doing OnlyFans. So it's like you got a whole bunch of competition and you gotta do some shit to stand out and just be like, yo, why are you deserving of my hard-earned money that, you know, you're asking for a subscription? Like what kind of content are you providing and all that? So it's like, you know, you got porn stars that's going into the OnlyFans game. You know, they already got a built-in fan base from, you know, the porn star days. And then you got like chicks that came, like I said, like Miss Be Nasty. Who else? There's like a whole bunch of joints that I be seeing on Twitter, and I'd be like, God damn. Yo, I can't even open up my fucking timeline anymore, like in public, because you gonna see some shit on my timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we all come down with a case of the hornies. You can't fight the hornies, okay? You can't fight it. But you know, so it all depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to use it to supplement your income, or are you trying to use it to walk away from your current job and your current career? So you got to ask yourself, is this shit really worth it? Am I really willing to go all the way? Because if people see me and I'm butt ass naked, or you know what I'm saying, then motherfuckers be talking, and then you can't go back to your job. So, and you never really know who the hell subscribed to your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you could leave one job, go get an interview with like another job. Maybe the hiring person over there saw you butt naked, and they be like, "Oh shit, you such and such. Yo, I see this. I saw you squirt across the room." Or, "Damn," like if you would do like, "Damn, I saw you blow this chick back out," and all this and that. Like, so, like I said, you got to think about this shit. OnlyFans is wild. And so another OnlyFans story, you know, people, especially in the black community, they was having like think pieces and debates about former NBA player, former number 1 draft pick, you know what I'm saying, Joe Smith. His wife actually is an ex-porn star. Let's see, her name is Keisha Chavis. But she, what the hell? It was something Penn Davis. Yasmin Penn Davis. Like, she was an ex-adult star back in the day. And like, once I seen her, I was like, damn, yo, I remember her. Cause I used to beat my meat to her shit. Yo, I'm a huge, I'm a connoisseur of porn. You know what I'm saying? Like, my family knows about this shit. My cousins, you know, niggas got like porno jokes like to this day. They got millions of porno jokes, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Get it how you live. So pretty much like, it was it said a video surface, but it was like really her videotaping the shit and then like uploading it to social media. I still don't understand why she did that, but I guess like it was smart marketing on her, because then people gonna be like, oh shit, what's going on? Yo, let me go check out her OnlyFans page. So I see what she was doing. Smart business move. She's a smart woman. But it seemed that, you know, Joe Smith had a problem with her having an OnlyFans, but she said like she had the OnlyFans for like a whole year before he found out. So she felt that, you know, he wasn't doing enough or doing what he needed to do to, I guess, like supplement some loss of income or whatever that they're going through. So she went back to what she knew best. You know what I'm saying? Like, she said she wasn't fucking no people, you know, she wasn't going outside the marriage and fucking anybody on her OnlyFans. She was just like, you know what I'm saying, doing some self-love on camera, which is popular on OnlyFans. That's what a lot of chicks do. So he was mad that she didn't tell him that. I guess like she felt the need to go behind his back and all that. So it was like, I can kind of see where he's coming from and I can see where she's coming from. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if she's making some bread, then you know what I'm saying, you gotta sit down and have that real talk as a couple, you know. And I would just do that shit, you know, off video. Like, don't do that shit on video. Some things, you know, is you gotta talk to your spouse, man. Like, you gotta talk to your spouse. So I can understand why he's mad now. Like, pretty much, like, it's a blow to the male ego too, especially if your woman didn't tell you. But like she said, you knew who I was before you married me, and so I mean that was a good point that she brought up. So yeah, man, like OnlyFans is the polarizing place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, those are some OnlyFans stories that I have found, and I just wanted to share them with y'all. All right, so I found this article on rockthebells.com. Shout out to LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Rock the Bells movement. Got Rock the Bells show on Sirius XM Radio. Got the Rock the Bells website. I believe he has a festival that he does every year with the Rock the Bells. So, you know what I'm saying? LL Cool J out here doing this thing. But the article is classic hip hop's 35 greatest opening lines. So anybody who knows me knows I love talking about hip hop because I'm a hip hop head. I'm 43 years old. Hip hop just turned 50 this year, so I've been alive for the majority of hip hop. So let's get into it, because I haven't seen these 35 best opening lines according to them. So let's go. So number 35 is Slippin' by DMX. The classic opening line. I've been through mad different phases, like mazes, to find my way, and now I know the happy days are not far away. So yeah, like that definitely is a classic opening line, because pretty much like it's setting you up for you to know that this is about to get real personal, and it's going to be a spirit shifting, spirit changing song. And it's a confessional about a man who's battling some personal demons. And yeah, it's a very powerful song. It's one of my favorite songs from him. So I'm surprised that's 35 though. So number 34 is Puff's opening line for All About the Benjamins. With the now, what y'all want to do? Want to be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the Benz with the spoilers. On the low from the Jake and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grands like Horace. Yeah, living the raw deal. 3-course meal, spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. Iconic lines, you know what I'm saying? Every time you throw on All About the Benjamins, that shit get the party hype, you know what I'm saying? And I believe Jadakiss wrote that line for him too. Well, Jadakiss wrote that whole verse for him, so shout out to Jadakiss. Number 33 is MC Light's 10% Diss. The legendary opening line, hot damn ho, here we go again. Suckers still a beat when you know they can't win. You stole the beat and you having fun. Now me and the odds is going to show you how it's done. If that's sounds familiar, so I don't know if anybody really goes back to like the MC Light days, except for like, you know what I'm saying, like us old heads. The youngins might not know, but it was also used on the Quiet Storm remix by Lil Kim, when she said, hot damn ho, here we go again. Hard as a rock, bitch. No, light as a rock, bitch. Hard as a cock, bitch. Yeah, that's where it came from. So number 32 is EPMD's You Got to Chill. The opening line, relax your mind, let your conscience be free, and get down to the sounds of EPMD. You should keep quiet while the MC rap. But if you tired, then go take a nap. Like pretty much like Eric Sermon kicking off things, and Eric Sermon always had like a lazy flow. So that's why like that shit always really stood out. It kind of sounded like he was just like, yo, like Eric Sermon kind of rap like he was like, I'm rapping, but I don't really want to rap, if that makes any sense. This shit is just bad funny. But it's an iconic line. Number 31 is the Notorious B.I.G. with Warning. The classic, this shit should have been higher, dog. Like, this is one of my favorite fucking opening lines. with the who the fuck is this paging me at 5:46 in the morning, crack of dawn, and now I'm yawning. Wipe the cold out my eye. See who's this paging me and why. It's my nigga Pop from the barbershop. Told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the intricate plot. Like, once you heard that shit, it's like, that shit had me hooked. And I was just like, yo, where is this man going with this song? And it was like one of the greatest storytelling songs of all time. So that shit had me hooked from right there. Number 30, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince with Summertime. I feel like this line should be higher too. Will Smith just busted out with a smooth ass "Here It Is." The groove slightly transformed, just a bit of a break from the norm, just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but what about the groove that soothes? That blues romance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's like pretty much their most iconic song, really. So yeah, like, you had to start that shit off with an ill line. Number 29. I'm fucking up the numbers and shit. Number 29 is Lauryn Hill, Lost Ones, opening lines. Funny how money changed the situation. Miscommunication leads to complication. My emancipation don't fit equation. I was on the humble, you on every station. So pretty much, these were like bars that were thrown at Wyclef Jean, because I guess like around then people didn't really know that they were messing around, or they had messed around. I guess like sometime, like at some point, Wyclef was married, and yeah, so it was just like a messy, and when you realize that shit was geared towards Wyclef, you realize that the Fugees ain't never getting back together. They just recently reunited for Lauryn Hill's like show or whatever, but yeah, we ain't never getting another album out them. But definitely iconic opening bar. So number 28 is 8Ball and MJG, Space Age Pimpin'. The opening line is, I'll be obliged if you step outside because my ride is awaiting. Our date, steak in the nightcap, we mating. So I was just like, yo, my man is very, very, very confident that he gonna get the draws afterwards. But it was like a very, very smooth song. I remember like this song back in the day, because I was like one of the few people that I know of that like fuck with the South back when it wasn't cool to fuck with the South. You know what I'm saying? So actually Criss Cross was like my introduction to Southern rap. So yeah. But definitely like that was space age pimping. Shout out to 8Ball and MJG. Number 27, Main Source with Nas, Akinelli, and Joe Fatal. Live at the barbecue. You already know what verses. You already know the opening line. Streets disciple. My rap's a trifle. I shoot slugs from my brain just like a rifle. Like, yo, that was the introduction to everybody to a kid named Nasty Nas. Like when you heard this shit and you heard Nas's whole verse on this joint, my man said when I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? This shit came out, I think in like 92. I was like 12 years old. I'm like, yo, who is this? Who is this? I need to find out his the rest of his music. But yeah, shout out to the Main Source and Large Professor and all that for putting on Nas. Well, and the MC Search. Yeah, all of them had a hand in Nas. He's one of the greatest MCs of all time. 26 is Run DMC's Peter Piper. That, yo, I always like got fucking tongue twisted with this fucking opening line, so bear with me. Now Peter Piper picked peppers, but Rum Rock rhymes. Humpty Dumpty fell down. That's his hard time. Jack be nimble. Jack be nimble what? Nimble. And he was quick. But Jabmaster Jay was faster than Jack on Jay's dick. So I was like, yo, I could never get that fucking line, dog. Like, I could never get that opening line. Like, that shit was like a fucking tongue twister to me. But yo, that shit is iconic, man. That shit is iconic. Still like one of the greatest opening lines of all time. And that shit came out in the 80s. Number 25 is Eminem, The Way I Am. With his opening line, I sit back with this pack of zigzags in this bag of this weed. It gives me the shit needed to be the most meanest MC on this earth. And since birth, I've been cursed with this curse to just curse. It's like, yo, you could feel like the aggression and the energy like coming from M in the booth. And you knew like, yo, he was on his lyrical shit right there. Like he was gonna give you some bars on this song. So I was like, yeah. The Way I Am is like one of my favorite songs from Eminem. Number 24 is LL Cool J, Rock the Bells. I think this shit should be higher too. With that fucking LL Cool J is hard as hell. Battle anybody, I don't care who you tell. I excel, they all fail. Gonna crack shells, double L, bust rock the bells. And that's where Rock the Bells is born. Like his whole brand, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where it was born. Hey, yo, this was a 16-year-old out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, LL started. People don't realize, or they fail to forget. Like, this man, like, he started at, like, age, like, 14. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was, like, 14, but, like, it was 16 when he dropped the Rock the Bells or whatever. So, they forget how young this man has been a superstar. Like, he's been a superstar for, like, mad fucking long. And like this was like one of his iconic lines, and like, you know what I'm saying, like it just, LL's a legend, man. That's all I can say. Now number 23 is Ha from Juvenile. Yo, that's my shit. I remember I was down at St. Paul's College in like 1998, and Ha first came on, and I was like, yo, who the fuck is this dude, yo? This nigga said Ha like after almost like every fucking bar, well, after every line. But the song was like so fucking dope, and like the beat is just like crazy by Manny Fresh. So I was like, yo, this shit is out of here. You know what I'm saying? But the opening line, if you don't know, that's you with that badass Benz, huh? That's you that can't keep your old lady because you keep fucking her friends, huh? You got to go to court, huh? You got to serve the support for the child support, huh? Well, you got to serve the speed for child support, huh? Yo, that's my shit, dog. That's my shit. Like, yo, after that shit, like, yo, motherfuckers on campus and shit came back home to Jersey. Niggas start saying hi like after like every fucking sentence I had, like just to piss people off and get on their damn nerves. Like number 22 is Ice-T, 6 in the morning. The opening line, the legendary opening line. 6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeaked across the bathroom floor. Now, whatchamacallit, Ice-T was on his storytelling shit on this iconic West Coast, actually not even a West Coast, like an iconic hip hop song, 6 in the morning. Like, pretty much like he was like the second person really to take gangster rap to like, you know, where it was going. Schoolie D was like the first first gangster rap artist. Then like Ice-T was like the first gangster rap artist on like the West Coast. Then NWA just took that shit to a whole nother level. But yeah, salute to Ice-T, man. Number 21, A Tribe Called Quest with Leaders of the New School, Scenario. And my man Five Dog hit people off with that. Hey, yo, Bo knows this and Bo knows that, but Bo don't know jack because Bo can't rap. Yo, this was at the height of like the Bo knows like fucking campaign that Nike had. And Bo Jackson was a phenomenal athlete, and pretty much like Fife Dog was just like, yo, Bo don't know jack because Bo can't rap. I was like, yo, this shit is fucking fire, dog. But like, you know, Scenario was just like a fucking, like, this shit is packed with like just fucking all types of quotable lines and shit. Like Busta Rhymes, that was like his announcement that he was here, like with his verse. Number 20 is Keep Your Head Up by Tupac. Now the fucking iconic line. But yeah, some say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, then the deeper the roots. And a lot of people look at this as like one of his contradictory songs, but I'm just like, yo, as a person in the MC, I mean, if you're going to be completely vulnerable and completely honest, like every person is contradictory to themselves anyway. So yeah, like this song has inspired like so many people to, so many rappers and stuff like that to start writing, get in the game and things of that nature. So, and it's a very classic, deep song by Tupac. Number 19, yo, this is like one of the most shocking lines to me. Like when I was like, yo, I didn't expect this shit. All right. Well, it's like you expect it from a little kid, but you kind of didn't expect, like, you know what I'm saying? But I used to be scared of the dick. Now I throw lips to the shit, handle it like a real bitch. I was like, yo. That just made niggas want Lil Kim like even more. It's like, yo, she is raw, son. She just out here saying some shit. And yeah, like that song is a classic. All right, so number 18, I Used to Love Her, by Common. Yo, this joint kind of sparked a beef between, well, actually it did spark a beef between him and Ice Cube. Misunderstanding of the interpretation of the song, but you know what I'm saying, well, a line from this song. But the opening line is, I met this girl when I was 10 years old, and what I love most, she has so much soul. So at first you sitting up here, yo, thinking that like he's actually talking about a chick, but then as the song progresses, you realize that he's talking about hip hop. And I was just like, yo, this shit is fucking amazing. Number 17 is Method Man, Bring the Pain. Yo, I say this shit like just randomly. That's how much I love this shit. Like with the I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane. Find out my mental based on instrumental records. Hey, so I could write monumental. And then Tupac, like he later on uses on No More Pain, off his double LP, All Eyes on Me. So this shit was like a perfect marriage between like the RZA produced track and Method Man's like lyrical pen, like out here like just spitting bars. Like when you heard the first line, you was just like, yo, Method is about to bring some shit. He about to say some shit. Number 16, Eric B and Rakim, Paid in Full. Now the opening line is, thinking of a master plan, cause ain't nothing inside my but nothing but sweat inside my hands, so I dig in my pocket, all my money spent, so I dig deeper, still coming up with lint. Yo, Rakim is like one of the lyrical gods of hip hop. So I was just like, yo, I could fully relate to this shit, because as a little kid when the shit came out, I ain't had no bread. Shit, as an adult, I still ain't got that much bread. Number 15, Public Enemy, Bring the Noise. Yo, Chuck D had like one of the most like commanding voices in hip hop, like to this day. But the opening line, bass, how low can you go? Death row, what a brother know. Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncannibal D. Public Enemy #1. 5-0 said freeze, and I got numb. Can I tell him that I never really had a gun? But it's the wax that the Terminator X spun. So, yo, that fucking once again back is the incredible. Like that shit was later sampled by Just Blaze, and then Fat Joe spit over that beat. Like, yo, that shit fucking amazing. So shout out to Chuck D and Public Enemy. Shout out to Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy. Number 14 is NWA. Ice Cube with the famous Straight Outta Compton crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube from a gang called Niggas with Attitudes. Yo, this opening line just made you sit up and just be like, yo, who are these dudes, yo? Like these niggas out here like fucking like making their point with cuss words. Like never really had a group to just be cussing for the fuck of it. These niggas just said, fuck it, we just gonna rap about whatever the hell we want. And they fought the feds about being censored and everything like that. Number 13, Ghetto Boys, Mind Playing Tricks on Me. Scarface with the legendary At Night I Can't Sleep, I Toss and Turn, candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned, four walls just staring at a nigga, I'm paranoid, sleeping with my finger on the trigger. Yo, that pretty much like that song like was, I would say like the first mental health song in like hip hop really. And like it was just like a very eerie spooky song, and I fucking loved it. Ghetto Boys, like they were the first ones to put Houston on the map really. So salute to them. Number 12, Dr. Dre with Snoop Doggy Dogg, Nothing But a G Thing. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg with the 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up. Then Dr. Dre came in because you know we about to rip shit up. Yo, that opening, that song dominated like 1992. And from the easy layback flow of Snoop, he was just like, yo, you was hooked to that song. Number 11, Eric B and Rakim. Eric B is president. Whatchamacallit? Rakim, I came in the door. I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more. But, you know, he's the microphone fiend. So, Rakim, the God MC. Number 10 is Jay-Z's PSA. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hov. H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Yo, when Dave Chappelle used that shit in the fucking Chappelle show, he's like, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hov, bitch. Yo, that is like one of the iconic opening lines to a hip hop song. Number 9 is Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. The Message. Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stairs. You know they just don't care. I can't take the smell. Can't take the noise. Got no money to move out. So I guess I have no choice. Like that pretty much was like the birth of like reality rap right there. There was not that many people or no people at all, no MCs like actually rapping about like the realities of their surroundings. So yeah, that was a pivotal opening line, pivotal song. 19. Number 8 is Wu-Tang Clan, Triumph, and Inspector Deck with the, I would say was probably the greatest opening line. It's only number 8. Bomb Atomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define it while I be dropping these mockeries. Lyrically perform armed robberies, flee with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Yo, his whole fucking verse on that shit is just fucking amazing. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. Number 7, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. With that fucking, yo, anytime someone do some shit, and like people be like, yo, they fell off a little bit, they'll be like, yo, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers, putting suckers in fear. Yo, when he spit that shit, like you knew it was about to be some shit, and he lyrically fucked Kool Moe Dee up. Number 6, Mobb Deep, Shook Ones Part 2. Prodigy, I Got You Stuck Off the Realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us, official Queensbridge murderers. I'll be completely honest with you. When he spit that shit, I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? Because I never heard of Mobb Deep until I heard that shit. And I was like, yo, who are these niggas? I need to find out who they are. Had to buy the album as soon as it came out. Let's see. Number 5, Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It Takes Two. Opening line. I want to rock right now. I'm Rob Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone because I get stupid and I mean outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious. That song is legendary. Iconic. Gets the party started. Number 4 is the Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight, with the classic, I said a hip hop, hip it to the hip hop, you don't stop, rock to the bang bang boogie, to up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. It's not the most lyrical fucking line, but you know what I'm saying? It's iconic because it was like the first rap record. So, UGK featuring Outkast, excuse me, International Players Anthem with Andre 3 Stacks 3000. So I typed a text to a girl I used to see saying that I chose this cutie pie with whom I want to be, and I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I CC'd around town. Yo, like pretty much like that is like one of the best opening lines of all time, and one of the best opening verses to a song of all time. And the funny story was Pimp C, Bun B actually said Pimp C was mad that Andre 3000 was the only one who didn't rap on the drum patterns, like on the drums of the song, like the bass of the song. He was like, nah, yo, you can't be doing that shit. It was like, nah, that shit ill. Like, you gotta let him rock. So that's how that shit came to be. But it was just funny. Like, Pimp C, just hearing stories about Pimp C was mad funny because he was a funny ass dude. Number 2, Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, Lottie Dottie. Lottie Dottie, we like to party. Don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just some men that's on the mic. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic right for all of y'all, keeping y'all in health. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. Yo, I ain't even gonna front. Like, for the longest, I thought this motherfucker was saying for all of y'all, keeping y'all in health. Yo, I was fucking up. But, and then number 1. Number 1 is the Notorious B.I.G. Juicy. And the opening line is, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Like, I guess, yeah, like that is, when I heard that shit, like for the very first time, I was just like, yo, who is this? Like, once again, like, who is this dude? Like, I never heard of Biggie Smalls until then. I saw Juicy, like, on my video station, the station I be watching videos and shit. And I was like, yo, who is this fat nigga? Like, he's fly. I'm fat too. I'm trying to get like this dude. And it just was like the opening line to like one of the very best inspirational songs of all time in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It made you want to change your life and get your shit together. Just be like, damn. But yeah, man, like I just found that shit interesting. I can't really disagree with a whole lot of this list. So I just thought I'd share it with y'all. And yeah, because within the past 3 years, like I haven't really had any, I haven't really heard any opening lines that could contend with this shit. So maybe add like to like a 50 greatest opening lines list or whatever, like expand the shit. But as far as that, yeah, this is a very good list. So, yeah, that's all I want to share. All right, so just want to thank everybody for tuning into this episode of Talking to Myself. Want to thank everybody for supporting, who listens and takes the time out of their busy schedule, their busy day-to-day living, to actually listen to this podcast. And shout out to my overseas people, because I've been looking at my analytics and stuff like that. And my European cats showing love. Appreciate you. I didn't even realize my shit got out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my people, my friends who actually like listen and actually like share my podcast. Like, I appreciate y'all. And to everybody else who don't share it, that's fucked up. But anyway, yeah, man, like I just wanted to say thank you, like I do every single podcast that I do, because I appreciate everybody who takes the time out to listen to this. If there's anything that you want me to cover or talk about, just let me know in the messages and I'll cover that shit. But other than that, everybody stay safe. Wish everybody peace, love, and hair grease. And like I said, be safe out there. One.